the beginning of Jaron's life and how he became Jaron, how he became J-Rock, how he became Mac Rooster, how he became Mac Prescott. I was young. I was 20 years old, just barely knowing life, married to his father then, and we were pregnant. And for a little bit, that was just between me and his dad. I wasn't ready to share that with the world because I wasn't ready to take that role. I was a young wife, and now I was getting ready to be a young mother. And I told him, I said, oh, hell no, you will not say a word. He was excited. You know, it was just something new to him, something new to do, something new to talk about, something new to whatever. I said, you cannot tell anybody until I make a decision. He was like, oh, wait a minute. You make a decision. It's we. No, it's me, bro. It's me. And so for a few weeks, he had to hold this secret because I wasn't sure how I wanted to play this thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know. I wanted to be a mom, but just not right now. I wanted a baby, just not right now. So I had a big decision to make, and he was holding a big secret for a while before I decided to make my decision. So when I made my decision wasn't what he wanted to hear. I did not want a baby. I wasn't ready for a baby. I wasn't ready to be a mom, not just yet. There was things I wanted to do. There was things I was ready. I knew I wasn't going to be able to experience. So I wasn't ready. So we talked about it. I cried, he cried, we talked about it. He tried to get me to change my mind. I was like, no. What would my dad think? What would my mom think? What would everybody think? I'm the oldest. I'm the more responsible one. I'm the leader. I can't do this, not right now. So we decided, okay, I would have an abortion. I made the appointment. And we found out how much it was going to cost. Now, mind you, we're on our own. We are he's working, and I'm at home. I have a little part-time job or whatever, but we were on our own. So money wasn't just laying around, but it was around if we needed it. But we could call on parents and they would give us whatever. But when it came to this situation, we was on our own with this situation. So he said, well, I'll get my paycheck and we'll use the money from that. And I said, okay. So I made the appointment. He got his paycheck. We set aside the money and I was having an abortion. Well, one of the bills that we forgot about needed to be paid. Like, I think it probably was the electricity bill, the one we really needed, you know, the lights, and all that good stuff in the apartment. So we had to take the money and we had to pay the bill. So canceled the appointment, no appointment. Bittersweet. I'm still on the fence, but I knew that I got to do something. I got to do something fast because, you know, time ticks on a situation like this. So I said, okay, we got to do it again. He was like, all right, I got some more money. I think he called his mom and she got some more. He got some money, told her something, and he called his mom or something. I can't remember how it went, but we ended up with the money again. So I called the appointment. I called to make the appointment again. So when I made the appointment, they was like, okay, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure something came up, but I'm sure this time. And so we made the appointment. By the time it was time for the appointment, leading up to the appointment, I got really sick. And I gotta say, some of it probably was morning sickness. And then a lot of it could have been anxiety. A lot of it could have been fatigue, just tired, just, you know, it could have been a lot of things, but it caused me to end up with like a slight cold. So They don't see you when you're sick. That's not something you're gonna go and do while you're sick. So when I called to tell them what was going on, they said, well, you're gonna have to reschedule because we can't see you and you're sick. Damn. All right, okay. Strike two. So then we waiting. And I said, I gotta get this done. This is not what I want to do. I don't want to go through with it. And I promise you, this is not what I had. I don't want to do it. So I made a third appointment. Yeah. I was really on some real shit about being a mom. Now, mind you, my mom, my mom and me have a great relationship. Always did. Had my mom. I had my husband's mom. So, but still, just in my mind, I saw something different. So I made the appointment. I set the appointment again, and leading up to my appointment, I'm ready. I know for sure this is the third time. I got to get this done, get this past me, keep it moving. We got life to live before we do this. The morning of the appointment, out of all days of the week, out of all mornings, mind you, my dad lived up the street. He had to pass my apartment every day to go to work. And the one time he's going to work on the day of my appointment, he stops by. We are literally ready to walk out the door. And my dad knocks on the door. He comes in and he says, hey, what's going on? Oh, nothing. We're just getting ready to run out and do a few things. He was like, oh, okay. And I said, yeah, I'm getting ready to run out. And he was like, well, I just wanted to stop by and check on you, see how you was doing. I was on my way to work. I had a few minutes, and I'm thinking to myself, no, you late. You're at work. You're at work before 8 o'clock. Now, mind you, I got an appointment at 8:30. So y'all know how early he is at my house, but he's late for work. So he said, you got something to drink? And I said, oh, yeah. What do you want? And he was like, you got Pepsi? And I said, I got Pepsi. And my dad was addicted to Pepsi back then, at that time. But I had Pepsi for when he do stop by. So I go and get the Pepsi, and I was like, well, okay then, Dad. And, and I'm kind of like, he was like, no, wait a minute. He was like, I just want to take a minute and just talk to you. And I'm going to myself, are you kidding me? Today, Dad? Today? So he sits down. Oh, my God. He sits down. I'm like, Dad. I was like, okay, Dad. Yeah. And he's just kind of looking around, and he was like, you and Randy all right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, y'all need anything? And I was like, no, we're good. He said, all the bills are paid. And I said, yeah, pretty much, we're good. He said, y'all got food? And I said, yeah, we got food. And he was like, okay. He said, because if you need anything, I'm up the street. Y'all just need to let me know. I can't help it if I don't know what's going on. And right then and there, I said, I ain't gonna make this appointment. So, to say this, to make a long story short, my dad stayed at my house till 8:45. I had missed the 8:30 appointment. I missed the 15-minute grace period. Mind you, the time to drive to the doctor's office. He got up and he said goodbye, and he said, remember, don't forget, I'm here if you ever need me. And I said, okay. I let him out. I closed the door. And I immediately started talking to God, saying, it's whatever. I'm going to do whatever I'm supposed to do with this baby. I'm going to do everything that I have to do with this baby. 3 strikes and you out. And that was always my motto from here until this present day. I get 3 tries at something that I feel like is for me. I get 3 tries for something that I feel is right for me. I get 3 tries. That third try, either I'm going to follow through with it and it's going to be the best thing that ever happened to me, or that third strike out, and this is going to be the best thing that ever happened to me, that I did not go through it. So there you have it in a nutshell.